I mean, I get, why they would want to do this. Like I said, to feed people, people go in this, like I was saying, with a mindset to, she came in to help, to feed people. But there's always someone who's really trying to do it for the greater good. They sometimes, when you have scientists like this, they're so focused on like trying to solve the problem, or I guess in some cases like solve a riddle or a mystery, they sometimes lose sight of the ramifications going forward. Because if people eat this, what's the long-term exposure of people who eat this? Would people start to age slower? Like, what are the true ramifications in the pursuit of knowledge? Again, because instead of stopping saying, okay, I figured this out, now what's the next, how is this going to affect people in the next 10 to 20, 30 years? But because people want to make fast cash and they want to be, because they feel like they discovered something, again, this is talking about Sharper Valentine now, they lose sight of how this will fuck them over later because they're so greedy for money now. And I get it, like I really do get it, but at the same time it's like, at what cost? Feeding people, but at what cost? And I agree, end world hunger. Let's find healthy, good solutions that don't harm us or our planet to help others. It's just, again, this story is just really, really good. Okay, oops, I'm so sorry, I'm sitting here talking, the screen went dark, forgive me. Let's continue. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's harvest. I wonder why. But you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
What did I tell you? You know how much I love a good puzzle. What did I say? Solving a riddle or whatever. Again, it just proves my point. But at the same time, she's still not a bad guy. She's just doing what she was hired to do. And because she's a scientist, she wants to know the answers. But a good scientist not only wants to know the answers, they consider all of the variables, which I'm pretty sure she did, but how much did she want to, how much was her desire to solve the riddle versus the ramifications that if I solve this, what are the outcomes? You know what I mean? I pride myself, right? I poured myself into the problem, right? It wasn't long before I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. See, Dr. Prescott figured this out, and this is why they killed him. Sometimes you can be so smart and so dumb at the same time. But let's continue. Oddities? They considered, they contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make, right? So I fixed them and now I have to replace my entire wardrobe. Yes, Rolo. All of this leads to you getting a new bit of clothing. I'm really, excuse me. I really am truly sorry. Nah, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. Oh my lord, this boy. Okay, it sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out and got cold feet. What did I just say? And intentionally sabotaged his own work. And it's like, girl, I had considered that possibility. I've sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking, right? Like, girl, you didn't put two and two together. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? Yes, honey. I overheard them talking about it on the radio. It's why we gotta get you out of here. I just... like now? Thank you, Rolo. Wait, the vial. I finally solved the the chemical equation allowing the direct control of aging. Girl. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came in. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. True. Luca, we've got Dr. Murdwell, excuse me. Heading your way now. Roger that. Be careful. All right, everything is on track. And what is your escape plan? And what do you have for an escape plan? Plan for escape, sorry. We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Okay. Oh. Let's see. Like I said, let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system, time card log, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing. Nothing. Monk 80 proof whiskey. Hard drink for hard men. That just sounds wrong, but okay. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
I should just smother you now. What was that? I said I shouldn't bother you now. Don't be silly. You're no bother at all. Oh, Luca. Oh, he's just walking around. It looked like the founder helped. He's helping Mr. Kerr with the festival. Excuse me. Why such a leader be obsessed with the party, right? Secretive, sorry. Only time will tell. You were showing your hand, Solomon.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been here recently. Yeah, you're looking at him. Okay, what's next? Oh, solid. I'm really sorry to drag you into this mess, Solomon. You needed to be worried about me. You needn't to be worried about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We gotta get you out of here. We're gonna get you out of this. I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face.
I know it did, little shit. What else is in here? Oh!
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as clueless as you suspected.
They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it. Locked. That was close. We left Nellie's office and it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rolo? Before you start tossing around blame, it's possible someone ordered a pizza. love you, Rolo. Everybody needs a Rolo. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for for the inconvenience. We just have a few questions. I love it. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Of course. This little shit. Like, oh, I just wish I could kick him. Everyone else huddle. Don't trust him. Everyone else huddle up. Oops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no. Hush now, hush, child. Adults are speaking. Him and Lady Dimitrescu are good friends. I know it. Dr. Mudwell, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child, the powerful and enigmatic founder, Sharper, the fallen progenitor who has created this town. Progenitor? Well, you trying to be Resident Evil now? Whatever. Perennial harvest, Valentine fertilizer. All connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ah, yes. Now you've got it. Temperamental Lickamine, you've discovered how to reverse the process?
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
What a little crap. Those little claps. Very good, Dr. Modwell. Very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my taste. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work. Gasp. Okay. Which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
I love it. May I present to you the 8th wonder of the...
Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Good. Wow, this stuff seems pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hands. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Nice. Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste. Oh my god, Luca, don't stay a child.
Luca jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him. Luca, over here. Move another inch and I'll smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back.
I know she did.
Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
Oh, I know he was. You have no plan. I'll smash it. I swear. Fine. Risk killing us all. Or luckily, nothing happens. Then what? We've captured you and gained you and will grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
Right? But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of this, no harm will, you will not be harmed. He's a liar. Don't trust him. He let in the freaking clipboards and cur. You can never trust a person in a green vest. I mean, just look at your results now.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
Beck! You're a smart girl, Beck. There's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. Okay, you know what? You deserve whatever comes to you saying that shit. We both know there's only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat.
Nellie, you're an adult? Use science!
Beck slowly approached Solomon.
I hope she did something to that. That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. Exactly. But hopefully she has a plan. We can't trust that jerk. I mean, we tried to warn Luca, but again, the results are thus. I'm sorry. He's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
I know it did. Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. A swift kick in the butt. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. What a lapdog. Like, even though he's a hyena, but still. And to think all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is it because of me? I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. You're a kid too, in case you didn't notice, the height and short and little, but okay. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father always was a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something great. But the fool was blinded by righteousness. What did I tell you? Again, in a past episode, I talked about, doing everything for the greater good, to be right, to be righteous. And sometimes if you do it recklessly, the results are you end up losing because you're so focused on doing what's right. And then sometimes because you're trying to be morally right, you can have a serious downfall because your enemy can outsmart you. Because again, look what he said. He was blinded by righteousness, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. Do the right thing, always do the right thing, but always do the right thing in a carefully calculated way. That's all I'm saying. And the result is, Luca wouldn't be without his dad right now, but then again, we wouldn't have a story now, would we? But still. He he even broke into my laboratory in order to in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
What a dick. But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By muddling with forces he didn't understand, Walt showed me the true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life. No, it didn't, you little shit. His father died trying to stop you.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Oh, his speech. Well, that's my cue. After the festival and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. See, he's still gonna kill them. Until then, I suggest use this time to reflect on on the magnitude of your failure. See, that's how you know how to stick the knife in and twist it. You three, keep post outside the door. Well, crap. Love it. Oh, that means I can move around. Okay, let's do this.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. She kind of didn't, but she kind of did. But, you know, stories. So now what? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rolo, you just need some time. Rolo, it's over. We lost. Aw. Hey. I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just, we were so close. See, I knew it. I got the feeling eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Interesting words, my dear. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. This is very true. Oh, now you want to talk. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, so you knew you were locked in? And when they came to save you, you didn't say, okay, he locked me in, I gotta go. Really? Really, Nellie? Oh my glob. Okay. I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have seen his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter with hopes it would be found by his successor, which is AKA Nellie. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents, Luca, I think it's meant for you. Why? What did it say? It's about the incident with your mother. So he's about to find out. Okay. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen key card. Remember that behind the scenes story? Now it's all coming full circle. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of temperance liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
I know it did. Is she? Oh, poor baby. He's like, I already lost my dad, man. She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. See, Nellie! Even though, of course, she was stuck in the office, but understandable. Over time, your mother had him to reconsider the purpose of his scientific discovery. Science is often at the right vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. What did I say? Even though you can use science to solve a lot of problems, it is at what cost? Yes, you can find a cure for something, but what are the long-term ramifications? Yes, you solved this problem, but you created a bigger problem later. And that is the problem with science. It's never put in check, because once it's made, those like, you know, Sharper Valentine who have money, all they see is cha-ching, 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 and they don't care about the ramifications later, as long as they line in their pockets with money now. And they lose sight of, again, just like Mr. Nuncreed, he lost sight of helping people. But then on the flip side of that, you got Mr. Van Horn, Luca's father, who wants to do everything the right and just way. And there's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with doing things right, but you have to consider all ramifications. Whether they be good or bad, every choice has a consequence. I mean, every choice has a result, and those results have consequences, good or bad. And again, it just amazing writing. Again, amazing writing. But anywho, let's continue. He realized that that no one should have the control over something as powerful as time itself. Exactly, because people will abuse it. Remember, okay, for those of you who don't know, I did a Hogwarts Legacy test, and it said if you had the power to change the past. Yes, in some aspects, yes. A little bits here and there. But largely, if we don't learn from the mistakes of the past, how can we grow for the future? And yes, I know aging is a thing, and it's something none of us can escape, but after you have nothing but time on your hands, what else is there? There must always be an ending once there is a beginning. But you know, it's in how things end is what matters, how they start and how they end, and of course the journey along the way. But still, such good writing. Let's continue. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. Yes, that's why, Nellie. And it cost him his life, right? Because the powers that be were no good. My hair is getting in my eyes, that's why. Sorry. I keep fiddling with my hair. That's a reasonable conclusion. That's a reasonable conclusion. That is the conclusion, Nellie. Oh my glob.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
I know he was. But if she's alive, where has she been? With you the entire time, Buckaroo. Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
Ooh. Well, ask and thou shalt receive. That's what I was told and taught.
Chapter 8. Comeuppance.
Oh, yes! Let's go!